So if you sell print on demand on Etsy, you already know the markup situation. Your print on demand provider provides you the same flat t-shirt image that everybody new on Etsy is using. Paid markup tools cost monthly fee, and even if you pay, you are getting the same markups that everybody else is using. So your listings end up looking like everyone else. So here's what I've been doing for my own Etsy shop that completely changed this. I take the base markup that my pod provider already gives me, I give that to Gemini with my design, and I get custom lifestyle images in less than 30 seconds. No monthly fee, no template library, no complicated skills, just your product in a setting that actually fits your brand. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I do it, the base images that work best, the prompts I actually use, and a few things that I learned the hard way so you don't have to. Okay, so let's get in. The first thing we are going to do is go to your print provider website. I'm choosing Printify here because honestly I think Printify gives you the best markups, and they do have a pretty big library of all kind of products that are possible, and their design tools are decent as well. So I'm on Printify right now, and I am showing you Printify here because I really do think their base markups are really good. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna maybe just pick something like mugs. Let's do mugs, guys. Mugs is super easy. So mugs is like one of the most popular things on Etsy. So many people are selling those, and you would be surprised how easy is it to make like mockups for this. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna pick up this normal 15-ounce mug. People usually sell this mug, and accent mugs. So you can choose whichever. Printify knows it's the same product, so you will probably get same base images. So here is the thing. What you have to do here is you are on this page. You will click on Start Designing. Wait. All right, I'm going to just place a normal graphic here. Okay, this one. So let's resize it, fit it on one side of the cup. Now you're going to hit preview. And then you're gonna see like how this cup looks like. Now for the purpose like of base images, you have to pick an image which is like the cleanest possible, and you have the design clearly visible. And sometimes Printify gives an option of downloading a transparent background, but you don't really need it for Gemini workflow. You will download this mockup, and I usually copy it. Then you're gonna go to Gemini.google.com, and Gemini is free for a certain amount of image creations in a day. What I usually do is like I'll just use the base product without design, and I'll create mockups from that. But here I'm going to show you how to use your own design and create mockups. So first thing that you notice when you go to Etsy is like, okay, how do people like selling mugs do? So we're going to go to etsy.com. We're gonna say mug. Okay, and you see, okay, there's a person holding a mug, there is a dog in the background, another person holding the mug, everything is a close-up shot, pretty cute floral aesthetics, person holding the mug. So that's what we are going to be creating. Okay, so here we are going to type create a product image for this mug. A model is holding this mug, manicured hands. If you don't, it just kind of picks sometimes very random hands. Warm aesthetics. Focus on the mug. Now, I usually type high-end photography style image, and that's it. So let's see what it comes up with. It can take a few seconds. The one interesting thing about Gemini is that there is no fixing the image. It just doesn't get it. So if that is the case, you probably are better off starting a new chat. So let's see how this comes up. Ooh, 3 hands. Okay, no, we do not like that. Let's try doing that again. I'm going to give it upload file, the same image, and I am going to remove just this first part. A model is holding the mug with manicured hand, warm aesthetics, focus on the mug, high-end photography style image. That's it. So with AI, like there's a lot of times it creates funky things, but a lot of times Gemini does get it right. I'll show you the examples of like full listing that I have listed, using just Gemini images, and from start to image it took me like less than 30 minutes. All right, that image is amazing. Everything looks good. It is mom aesthetics. I would zoom it in a little bit in my final image, like crop it so that the focus is on the mug. Now I'm gonna try creating another one. In this case, I'm going to say, place the mug on a table, coastal boho aesthetics, place a macrame coaster underneath, high-end photography style image. Okay. So remember, for a good listing, you need maybe 4 to 5 lifestyle images, you need a details images, and you need color image. So I'm going to show you exactly how to create those infographic images also. That is an amazing photo. I can use it as a thumbnail or I can use it as a lifestyle image. Now I'm going to show you how to actually create color images. So this particular option doesn't really have color variation. So I'm going to pick this mug, which is the accent mug, I guess, or let's see, this is the accent mug. So same thing, you will say start designing. I'm gonna place my graphic on it. Let's make sure that it looks exactly the same. Okay, all right. Now when you preview, and here we are doing 15-ounce mug, it's the same mug. So what you need to do is just download each of this image. So here we are doing black, download, then you will go to red, download, then you will go to orange, download. Typically you would want to download everything before you start creating stuff on Gemini. Now we're going to go here and upload files. So these are the files we took. Place these images in a grid. This image is used for color options in a product listing. Leave space on top for title and on bottom for text. Do not place any text on the image. Well, I try to be conversational, but honestly you have to like play with it. Sometimes it's just like place these images in a grid work. Sometimes it actually picks the colors. So if you want to be creative, you can tell it the exact colors and it can sometimes get it right. So that is one of the infographic images. While it creates, okay, not too bad. I can totally use this image, or I can keep continuing to fine tune it. You can go in Canva or something and just delete this or crop this image and put your own text there. You can also tell it to remove the title and see if it works. The thing with, I told you, like with Gemini, there is no fixing. You just have to start a new image. The next image you're gonna need is the materials and description image that you need to include in your listing images. And I'm gonna show you how to create that. All right, pretty good. I'm gonna just use that and add some title to it. Then you go back to your listing and you're gonna copy everything that you need to include. Okay, we're gonna copy this thing again. I'm going to give it any of my mug designs. Okay, create a details image slide using this information. Details. I'm going to say with title mug details. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. I'm going to show one of the previous images that it created. Is what it came up with the exact information I gave it. And honestly, this is so usable. It looks very professional. It's pretty good. You just have to check for errors in any, like, you know, sometimes it hallucinates and do stuff, but it's totally usable. Now you have your lifestyle images, you have infographic images. You just need to add some like reviews and stuff, which this can also do. You can probably give it some reviews and it will create a slide. I'm going to quickly show you a listing that I created using this exact method. And so you can see this was like a t-shirt image. I told it to create a flat lay with travel things. This theme was like a retired person. I also told Gemini to create like videos for it, and it took a few tries, but it created this beautiful video. Then you can see I gave it some creative prompts to actually show how it looks like on a male and female model. This slide I had to create in Canva. Same thing. So people can actually visualize what your product is going to look like. And this is like so hard to get if you are trying to buy mockup. This is a retirement t-shirt. It is for hiking, biking, and chilling, and this is exactly what these listing images convey. This is again one of the base images that Printify gives you. I just told it to make it look different. So yeah, that was my demo. You can pick any product from their thousands of catalog of stuff, and the exact same process works on everything. What I sometimes do if I am not in a rush is just like I'll create things with blank white things, which means instead of placing these things on it, I'll just go into preview, I will download this blank design and do the same kind of prompt. That way I can create my own mockups files for future use, so that I don't have to create everything in Gemini again and again. So that's the full workflow. Take the base image that your pod provider already gives you, drop it into Gemini with the prompt of the scene that you want to create, generate a few options and pick that fits your brand. A couple of quick things to remember before you try this. Always start from the actual photo that your pod provider gives you, not a stock photo. Your lighting, your material, your everything needs to look authentic, otherwise you are signing up for returns and bad shop reviews. You don't skip the part where you have to tweak the prompt a few times to actually get what you want. The first generation might not always be the right one. Check for typos, check for design changes and anything. If you try this for your shop, I would love to see what you create. Drop a comment with your niche and your markup and I'll come check your listing. And if this is the kind of thing you want more of, Etsy SEO, workflow hacks, listing tweaks, the small workflow tips that I use for my own shop, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.